I wish happiness and love Hey, how you doing, Noodle?
Someday at Christmas, men won't be boys, playing with bombs like kids play with toys. One warm December, our hearts will see a world where men are free.
Someday at Christmas, there'll be no wars when we've learned what Christmas is for. When we've found what life's really worth, there'll be peace on earth.
Someday all our dreams will come to be. Someday in a world where men are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time.
Someday at Christmas, we'll see land with no hungry children, no empty hand. One happy morning, people will share a world where people care.
Someday at Christmas, there'll be no tears when all men are equal and none have fear. One shining moment will break away from our world today.
Someday all our dreams will come to be. Someday in a world where people are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time.
Someday at Christmas, men will not fail.
Hate will be gone and love will prevail.
Someday a new world that we can start.
With hope in every heart. Someday all our dreams will come to be. Someday in a world where people are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time. Someday at Christmas
We can go outside and play in the snow. I can make a little fire and we can break it down like Eskimos. Simply stated, there's no place I'd rather be. It's Christmas time for you and me, girl. Spread love, peace, and joy throughout the world. While every little boy's trying to find something for his favorite girl. Yes, baby, your Santa Claus is on his way. He'll be keeping you satisfied Christmas Day. What can I do to make your dreams come true for Christmas? What can I bring to make your heart sing so you'll be mine for Christmas? Have a Merry Christmas, babe. Hey girl, there'll be jingle bells for you and me. We'll snuggle by the Christmas tree, a celebration of green and gold. We'll sing along to Nat King Cole. Good tidings to all and to all good cheer. I just wanna know my baby is here, keeping me warm warm all through the night, yeah. I've got an angel by my side. What can I do to make your dreams come true for Christmas? What can I bring to make your heart sing tonight? So you will be mine. Christmas is finally here. I'll be yours any time of the year, and I would do anything. All I want is the joy you bring. I'll give you my heart wrapped up in a bow. La 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 la, all the way we go, girl. It's Christmas when I'm loving you. What can I bring you, girl? I wanna make your dreams come true, so you'll be mine. I wanna be yours. Will you be mine, babe? Yes, be mine. Oh, for Christmas.
Hotep to you, my brothers and my sisters, as I greet you in the light and the love of the Most High Creator. We are again blessed that the Creator has privileged us to come into this space, for this is the day that the Creator has made, and we're going to rejoice and we're going to be glad in it. I'm trying to find my mouse so I can... Where we at? All right, here we go. Here we go. Hotep to your Elder Payne, Sister Patricia, Selena, Sister Vivian, Little London. We got a faithful few going on right now. However, we're going to try to accomplish what we started with as it pertains to the law of transmutation. I pray that you appreciated the Christmas music that I delivered to you. Some of them wouldn't play for whatever reason, but we made it do what it did. And so let's talk about transmutation. Transmutation, where we at? Remember, I talked about that culture has a lot to do with what you manifest. Culture, the culture that you are experiencing. You could be experiencing Eurocentric culture. You could be experiencing Afrocentric culture. You could be experiencing a Western culture, being in the world. You may be experiencing an Eastern culture, which I doubt. Or you may be even vibing on your first frequency, your position as a first frequency being. So culture has a lot to do with what you manifest, what you can manifest. Your culture will have everything to do with that. What you say your culture is, not necessarily what somebody else's culture, what they say your culture is, but what you say your culture is. Things is messing up, but you wanna begin to adjust your culture, change it maybe, revisit what your culture is. Because how you think is going to manifest your manifestations. What you see is what you get, and normally what we see is predicated on what we're thinking about or how we're thinking about it, how we paint that picture. Is your picture in black and white or is it in color? And so all of that makes a difference. This law of transmutation is very, very important, okay, when it comes to experiencing this third dimension. Now, we're living in a third dimension, and in third dimensional experience, there's linear time. Now, we don't know if time existed in the second dimension or if time exists in the fourth dimension. We don't know. We haven't physically and consciously been in either one of the dimensions, so we don't know whether time exists then or in the future, where we're going into the fourth dimension. If you make it into the fourth dimension, will we enter into a timeless period? And so time has been delegated to this third dimension. We know because we go in cycle of time, and the Creator wants us to understand that our goal is to experience the heavens here on earth. Okay, the heavens. The heavens is the abode of the Creator. And because we are the Creator, because we are an extension of the Creator wants to experience time in this dimension through our vehicles, okay? Through our vehicles. And so you have to shift. You have to get out of this Western way of thinking, this Western way of education, and you got to understand that there was education long before education that we get in the Western world. Okay, there was an entirely different level of education, and so you have to make your mind up, whether or not you want to live for a hope of the by and by, a hope for heaven, a hope to see Jesus, or are you going to experience all of life right now? Okay, Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is within you. Okay, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. heaven is in you. So he's directing you to where your power is. Okay? Where your power is. You do not have to go outside of yourself to get anything. You can produce any and everything that you desire. However, you have to see it and then be it. Okay, then it manifests itself. When you see it and you be it, it manifests itself. So let me read you again the definition of this law of transmutation. This law simply means that energy is always in motion. Everything that's in this dimension is in motion. It's vibratory. It's energy. And that all energy eventually moves into the physical realm. It manifests itself. Okay? It manifests itself. Energy is perpetually present. So energy is all around you. There's frequency just all around you. The internet frequency, the radio frequencies, all types of frequencies are all around you, even as we are speaking. Okay? They just haven't manifested or haven't been given permission to manifest. So you have to give it permission to manifest. Energy will always include your thoughts. Okay? And your thoughts paints your picture. Okay? Now, hear what I'm saying. Your thoughts paints your picture. Because you're the artist. Okay? So we all live in our own individual worlds. Okay? Your world, Sister Patricia, is your world. My world is my world. Elder Walt, your world is your world. Now, when we decide to engage one another's worlds, because when you look out into the heavens, there's trillions and trillions and trillions of stars, okay, planets, galaxies out there. I mean, trillions of them, okay? And so we all can live in our own individual world and not be separated from each other, okay? It's when we get emotionally engaged and attached to where we become possessive, and when we become possessive, that is a point of greed. When you become possessive, it's a point of greed. And that does not go with the oneness, because you are saying, you're mine, I want more. Okay? That's that Western way of thinking. Western way of thinking has taught you that there's ownerships, okay, in this system. It's kind of like, okay, you two individuals get married, okay, and as I told you that this system, this Western system, see you as a corporation, and because they see you as a corporation, you have to legally merge the two corporations together. And when you merge the two corporations together, you have been given permission to do so. So now you produce offspring. You have children. Okay? Now, when you have children, back in the day, you could raise your children. You can discipline your children. You can do whatever you wanted to do with your children in times past. But today, you cannot even discipline your children, or else the state who gave you the license to become one, they can come in and take your children, okay? Because your children is not your property. Your children actually belongs to the state, and that's why they can come in, send CPS, and come in and take them from you when you are the producers of those children. And so we live in a jacked up world in this Western system, and we have to understand that we have to create our own world, our own heaven here. Okay? That's why Scripture says, be in the world, but not of it. So you have to begin to think about what the Creator has given you by way of the Word, okay? The Word, and apply the Word. See, you all will listen to this information, but when tomorrow comes, you haven't done nothing with it. Okay, you pleased yourself today because you are listening, you tuned in, but unless you do something with this, okay, and try to execute and apply the principles of the Creator in your life, is going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging because of it goes against others' ideology of what they think you should be doing. Okay? What they think you should be doing. So we got to create our own pictures that we formulate in our own minds. Okay? Because we have thoughts constantly, the definition says, according to this law, they will eventually manifest itself into physical form. Okay? Now, whether you control that manifestation or not, something's going to be manifested. Okay? To where you're making soup, and then somebody else come and add some other ingredients to the soup that you're making, and then your soup is no longer your soup, it's some soup. Oh, y'all don't hear me. See, when you are not the director of the manifestation, then you have to accept what is manifested, because eventually something is going to manifest. I choose to manifest my own destiny. Now, if you riding with me, then fine. But at the end of the day, I'm a manifest my picture, my thoughts, my responsibility. Okay? I'm going to take charge of that. Okay? And so that's the beginning of transmutation. Now let me get down here where I left off at. Now I left off talking about manifesting thoughts. Okay? Now, we are spiritual beings / energy. Okay? We are in oneness with the Creator. And in essence, we are the Creator. And everything that exists in this dimension is a hologram projected from our brains that is in total darkness. See, our brains are in total darkness, but yet what we see is what our brains projects. Okay? Because our brains live in total darkness and cannot ascertain what is on the outside of the body. The brain do not know what's on the outside of us. Okay? As powerful as the brain is, it cannot see what's on the outside of the body. Okay? In the dimension. It needs to use other dependencies to fulfill its function. Okay? So the dependencies, okay, that the brain need to use are what we call the 5 senses. Okay? Sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. Okay? So the brain calls on those entities and say, hey, I got some data, but I cannot ascertain what it is. I need you all to help me understand and see, not so much as see, but understand what this data means, so I need to use the eyes, I need to use the touch, I need to use the smell, I need to use the taste. And when each one of those entities send back the data to the brain, the eye sends its data, the smell sends its data, the touch sends its data, the taste sends its data. Whatever entity is involved in the communication with the brain, it sends that information to the brain, okay? Because the hearing can't see either, okay? So they don't make no conclusions. The brain concludes the experience, okay? And so once the brain receives all of the data, the brain processes all of the data, and then the brain projects out the manifestation. Okay, it transmutes the manifestation out. Okay, it casts the picture, or what we know to be the hologram. A picture is all a picture is a hologram, but it manifests itself into this dimension. Okay, if I when I did my yard, landscape my yard, I would stand on the outside and I would look at it. And I would think about what I want to do, and then I would begin to picture how it would look if I did it this way, if I did it that way, boom, 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 boom. And with all of that data in my mind, I go get all the materials that I needed, and then I began to project. I began to manifest what my thoughts concluded with. Okay? You have to do that in your life, people. You have to take control of what happens in your life. There's things we're not going to be able to control, okay? And so, depending on how much stock you put in to the things that you cannot control, determines your experience in it, okay? If I'm limited, if I don't have the control over a certain situation, I'm not going to trip about it. I'm going to keep it moving. You know, I'm not going to become Debbie Downer about it. You know, all you can control is you. Now, anyone else can go along with you, okay, with your direction and your conclusions. They can go along with it, and that's fine. But you can't control their decision to go along with you. Because remember, we kind of got off on other relationships, and that's what we're going to get led back into, about how relationships can get in the way of your manifestation. Okay? When transmuting energy, you may not experience the manifestation, okay? You may not experience the manifestations that you are thinking of because you are connected with other relationships. Remember? So just because you are thinking it, and just because that's what you want, if you don't take literal control over those thoughts and begin to execute those thoughts, your manifestation may not come in to reality, okay, or fruition, I would say, because our manifestation into this dimension is not a true reality. It's just an experience, okay. It's an experience. You are the only true reality because you are energy in motion. Okay? And what we produce is not the reality. It's not the reality. Just like Facebook is getting ready to go to what they call, they changed their name to Meta. Okay, it's no longer Facebook. Facebook is just a subsidiary now. But Meta is the company now. And they're getting ready to get into virtual reality. Okay? Virtual reality. to where it's like they got virtual reality sex shops in various different places in the United States, to where you can go to what would have been a brothel or a whorehouse, and you can just rent you a pair of glasses, and you put your glasses on. The hologram shows up, and you are in that experience. That the hologram, the glasses put you into the experience. So now you are being intimate with whoever you choose. You know, whatever face they give you, and say you can choose any one of these women, and they show you the pictures, who you want to be with tonight. And you choose, and I'm sure they got guys too. You choose, and then you put the glasses on, and you go in, and you have intimacy. Okay? You have intimacy. Because you're thinking that you are really involved. It ain't no different than having a dream. You know, remember the little sexual dreams you used to have? You know, where you thought you was actually with someone, and you wake up what they call wet. I'm being a little crass right now, but I'm trying to get you to understand that in that dream, and because you woke up the way you woke up, that dream was a reality to you. Because you experientially, it manifested itself in the physical. Oh, y'all don't hear me. Ain't nobody saying nothing. If you understand what I'm saying, send some thumbs up or something. Because if I got to lay that thing right out to you, I will. Because y'all know y'all done had some dreams. I ain't seen no thumbs. There you go. There y'all go. There y'all go. See, you were by yourself that night in your own bed, and you had a dream, a physical dream, and you thought it was real. Okay, you thought it was real because you produced some physical outcomes. Okay, so we got to understand that this is not what happens out here is not real. Okay, it's just manifestations. Okay, it's just manifestations. Okay, let's see. Because we are connected to the relationship, and those relationships are also transmuting energy and manifestations. Therefore, because of the agreed connections between you and those who are functioning with you, there will be conflict in your manifestation predicated on their thoughts and your thoughts. Your thoughts are going to collide because those you are connected to, your children, your spouse, your significant other, your workplace, whoever you are connected to, if you all don't have defined direction, then you will have troubles. Okay? And I always say there are times in all relationships that you need to redefine what the relationship is. Okay? You need to redefine so that we understand, okay, because some variables have changed. And so when you redefine how we going to get to where we're going, you both have to, at that point, come into agreement. Whatever the relationship is, come into agreement. And then, if you can't come into agreement, then, you make a decision. You make a decision. Okay? Now, at that point, you must make a decision whether or not the relationships are beneficial and functional towards an agreed direction. How can two walk together unless they agree? Okay? You have to decide. Okay? You don't want to continue with understanding that no longer is in place. Okay? we need to redefine the relationship. I don't care whether it's marriage. I don't care whether you're going together. I don't care whether the job description changed. If you feel that the job description has changed and the job is taking advantage of you, you have to go and say, we need to redefine what my responsibilities are, because I think you all are having me doing more than I'm supposed to be doing, boom, 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 boom. And so you redefine. And if the two can't agree, then there has to be some decisions made. Okay? See, this is how you take control over manifestations. You cannot be afraid to do what we call lose something. Okay? You can't lose anything. All you can do is learn something. You learn something from all experiences, because nothing belongs to you, so you can't lose anything. But if you're functioning with the mindset that you can lose something, then that becomes emotionally disturbing. No one wants to feel the sense of loss. Okay? Just like when someone dies in your life. You say, well, I lost my mother. I lost my brother. Well, how'd you lose them? Where'd you leave them? You know, help me to understand it. You know, see, it's what we say that paints our picture. Okay? That paints our picture. This oftentimes can be a difficult lesson or decision to learn from or make, because it may bring you to the point to where you will have to let those relationships go that are not vibrating on the level that you are vibrating on. Therefore, there will always be interference in the manifestation. You may have to release all energy to create space for new energy to come into your life. See, see, I have a lot of clothes, I discovered. And I'm starting to realize exactly what I have, because I'm spreading it out now. And I realize that I need to get rid of some things so that I can take advantage of what I already have. Okay? And until you move some stuff, create some space, okay, you won't be able to receive, okay, what you're trying to bring in, because there's no space, there's no room. Okay? You got to release all negative energy to create space for new positive energy to come into your life. That's the bottom line. Now, it don't always have to be considered negative energy. It just have to be energy that that you no longer can function with. Okay? It's just that. See, now, as we meditate on our conscious desires, we must determine what the energy is that you are sending out. Okay? I have to sit down and I have to think about the energy that I send out. You know, my wife always say, you know, well, she told me recently that, you know, I don't care what I say to people. I don't care about how a person feels about what I said. And I said, you are absolutely right. Just because I say what I say, it don't have to be so for the individual I say it to. Now, if they receive what I say, that might mean that they are in some way in agreement with what I say, but they don't want to accept what I said because they don't like where they are. I'm not in life to make people feel good. That's not my responsibility. That's not your responsibility to be in life to make people feel good. Okay? Now, you want to be concerned for others. You want to love on others, but it's not your job to make others feel good about themselves. Okay? If you believe that what you are saying transmute truth, then you have to give your truth. You know, it's kind of like a lot of preachers, they watch what I talk about. And they agree with some stuff that I talk about. But they cannot say what I say to the people that they preach to because they're afraid of losing something. Now, they have a charge to teach truth, not teach, tickle. See, they want to tickle. I ain't interested in tickling you. I'm interested in giving you the truth. If you don't like it, then I know you're going to bounce. You're going to leave and you don't want to hear it, and that's fine. That's not my responsibility, is to try to keep you with tickling you. Now, I'm going to give you the truth because Scripture says truth sets you free. Tickling keeps you bound. See? So I'm going to always say what I need to say. Because what I say, I don't say with the intent on hurting nobody. I say what I feel and believe the truth is. Okay? And I'm going to tell you the truth. Don't ask me, do you like my dress? And expect me to lie to you. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I ain't feeling it. It's whatever. Now you want to get mad at me because I gave you my opinion of something you asked me for. Okay? So you got to sit down and meditate on the kind of energy that you're sending out. I try to think, if not months, weeks, days, hours ahead of myself. Okay? I learned when I first started preaching, Pastor Clifton Rose told me, don't ever give anyone direction that comes to you with a problem that they're having and they're looking for your advice. Always say, let me pray about it first. See, that's buying you time to meditate on what you need to say. Okay? And when I learned that principle from him, I've always tried to be calculating about what I'm going to say, how I'm going to say it, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. I think about it. You might think that wow, he just spouting off. No, I don't spout off. I think about it. Especially when I'm teaching. I hadn't thought about it. Okay? Once you have discovered the energy that is being emitted from you, okay, not from no one else, but from you, give it a name, label it, and then transmute it into the universe. Once you named it, once you become Adam, you enter into the character of Adam, okay? You name it. And when you name it, you transmit it into the universe. Okay? Because again, now all of the other laws will begin to take their part in the manifestation. Okay? As above, so below. Okay? If you want correspondence to take place, you got to understand, you got to create it above in order for it to be below. And so you got to know the energy that you sending up. Don't just send up energy without no identity. You want to send up energy that you have named, you have labeled. Okay? See, you got to take your time and begin to examine your thoughts. See, this is the process of transmuting. Okay? When you a thought is an energy. Okay? Now you done identified that thought and you named it. Because you meditate on it. You've taken some time. Okay? You are now examining your thoughts individually. Okay? Now, when you name it, picture that thought. Okay? Picture the thought that you want manifested. Understand what that thought feels like. Okay? In order that you may be able to identify it when the thought is present. So when you know what that thought is, you know how you feel when you were thinking about that and that sort of thing. When that thought comes back, you now recognize the presence of that thought. Okay? You may be calling it back to reevaluate, to tweak it. You know, but at least you understand how you felt when you sent that particular thought, that particular energy into the universe. Okay? And when you recognize it's present and you have named it, okay, as your source of energy, you can do that with both positive and negative thoughts. Okay? You want to name them. You know, when you process a negative energy, you want to know that. You want to know what it feels like in that negative energy that you are working with. You are consciously aware of how you're feeling. Okay? See, you don't want to be divorced. I'm not saying we have to be divorced of our emotions, our feelings, and that sort of thing. We just don't want the emotions and the feelings to control us. Okay? I have feelings, you know, whether you believe it or not. I have feelings, but I don't allow them to control my functions. I preached a sermon in Philippians 4, Philippians 3, I think, chapter 3, I lost but I gained. Okay? When Paul talks about that he counted all rubbish, when he said I was a Pharisee, I was an Israelite, I was this, I was that, but I gave it all up to do this. You know, don't look at losing. Nothing belongs to you. Only thing belongs to you is that which you receive. And so therefore, send out your own timber. Send out your own energy. Know the positive and negative thoughts that are present around you. I want to know it. I want to control it. I want to manage it. Okay? Because sometimes you can't control it, but you can manage it. But we have to also understand that people who we are connected to always can become a problem, provided that they are not vibrating in the same level that you are vibrating on. Okay? I don't care who the people are. Everybody is energy. But if you're looking at them as a person, as if that person that you're looking at is real, to which they're not, because the person that you're looking at is not the person that's inside the body. See, what's inside the body is the energy. Okay? What you seeing is a hologram. Okay? Because what you see, you may not like, but another person see it, they like it. It's what you see individually. You got to understand that this world that we live in is temporary, because there's a beginning and an end to the time. We live in cycles, people. We live in cycles. Look at all of the different evolutions of generations that we have gone through. Okay? For Western Europeans, every 200 years there's an evolution of destruction. Every 200 years there's an evolution of destruction. And it's been that way ever since the European has been historically established on the planet. Because remember, there were people on the planet long before Adam and Eve. If we are to accept the fact that Adam and Eve was the first people on the planet, yeah, they might have been the first people of a group of people, okay, who may have been genetically modified, okay, but there was people long before Adam and Eve, because Adam and Eve only date back 6,000 years, according to the book. But we know that there were people on the planet beyond 6,000 years, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 years. There were people, okay? So when you look at the symbolism of information that is being given to you, the information is being given to you for control, because they want a particular outcome. They want a particular outcome. So they have to give you the narrative. This is why thinking is so important. If you're thinking ahead of the game, you are setting your course. You are setting your own course. This is what they do. They think ahead and they set the course. Okay? So you want to be in control of transmuting your own energy. You don't want somebody else to be in control of your destiny. Okay? You want to control your own destiny. So, I think that'll be enough for transmutation for today. I think my next lesson would be relativity. I think it is. Let's see. What do I want to go out with today? Elder Payne is Big Chef in Germany. Mexico.
Astound me on the way when I'm going where you're going. Take me. You be the breeze and entice me, surprise and delight me with a fresh bouquet on a lazy day. You be the breeze of a man, be sweet on me. Be sweet on me. You be the breeze on me. You be the breeze here beside me. Be the breeze and satisfy me. Baby, stay right here and whisper in my ear. You be the breeze when I'm talking. Stop me when I'm walking. On my face, in my hair, you know where. Soothe me, move me. Where you go, I wanna go. What you do, You be my breeze. Be sweet on me. Be sweet on me. I'm just a pleasure seeker. I wanna wallow in delight. I'm just a pleasure seeker.